And let's start off in Ghana. The country has raised its key interest rate by 100 basis points to 14.5%. That's as the government strives to manage the high cost of living. Now, the central bank hopes the adjustment will help tackle the depreciation of its local currency, the cedi, against the dollar. But of course, some analysts say it could reduce investments in the country, as CGTN's Nabil Ahmed Rufai now reports.
It's the first time Ghana is raising the interest rate in more than 5 years. The central bank says raising it to 14.5% will tackle the high cost of living. But some analysts believe it will also cut investment.
It's going to bring down the rate at which banks can actually borrow from the central bank, because now the cost of borrowing from the central bank has gone up. So banks will necessarily not have access to cheaper funds from the central bank. Vis-a-vis companies also not have access to cheaper funds. And this can, of course, is going to slow down economic growth and, of course, investment. But in the wisdom of these tools, right, it's more like a necessary evil.
The central bank says it raised the lending rate to 14.5% due to increase in the cost of goods and services and a fiscal deficit of 9.5%. Inflation has increased consistently from 7.5% in May to 11% in October. The government had projected Ghana's economy to grow by 5% this year, but that target is far from being achieved as the year winds to a close. Still, the government has estimated 5.8% economic growth next year, slightly higher than the IMF's projection of 4%. Analysts say it may be difficult to achieve the target as the country has yet to fully recover from the pandemic.
You don't have control over how the health of the people are, globally and locally. It's very hard to make very strong economic projections. Okay, because when there are no economic activities, those growth numbers will not happen. And so for me, that's why I still stand. I think it's to be difficult, but let's see if we can achieve that.
The government hopes as the country gradually recovers from the disruptions caused by the pandemic, and while it steps up its vaccination drive, the economy will return to pre-pandemic levels next year. Nabil Ahmed Rufai, CGTN, Accra, Ghana.